Essentialism by Greg McKeown. The wisdom of life lies in the elimination of non-essentials. Saying yes to everything and trying to please everyone won't only stress you out, it will diminish the quality of the work you put out. I mean, you don't want to major in minor things, as the saying goes. And if I distill this book into two key words, it would be impact and fulfillment. Here's a mindset for the office dweller. Quote, just because I was invited is not a good enough reason for me to attend. End quote. People try to involve everyone in everything. It's okay to say no to meetings, and well, people might be pissed off, but they will not be as pissed off as you think if you ditch meetings for good reasons, and they actually might respect you more for it. When you die, and we will all die, would you rather have a long list of accomplishments that doesn't really matter, or do you want to have a short list of just a few things that really, really was impactful and meaningful to you? Quote, if life is simple, contentment will come. Simplicity is extremely important for happiness, end quote, the Dalai Lama. Live by design and not by default. The book also talks about eliminating obstacles for oneself, and it provides a lot of great questions that you can ask yourself in situations that like the correct questions that will help you prioritize and eliminate stuff. And one of those good questions are, what are all the obstacles standing between me and getting things done? That's step one, make a list of all of them. Step two, what is the obstacle that, if that was removed, would make the majority of the other obstacles disappear? Use that question to prioritize that list. My main takeaway from this book is, quote, not only to get rid of the obvious time wasters, but also cutting out some really good opportunities as well. I'm pretty new to having a lot of opportunities, and I react like most people would in my situation. I jump on them all, which has resulted in that I spread myself too thin. I used to be always on point with things I do. Now I'm dropping balls left and right, and the idea of asking myself, will this activity make the highest possible contribution towards my goal? A question like that has been super powerful for me, and just to turn down everything that isn't an absolutely hell yes. This is the mindset I'm adopting right now. It's hard, but yeah, it seems to work, and it's important because I was going really in the wrong direction, and this was a book that came to me in the right time. It's easily one of those books that is in my top 5 over productivity books, and even though it draws from a lot of sources that we already know and you already might have read, like Thinking Fast and Slow, Outliers, a lot of popular books like that, so you might find information in this book that you have heard many times before if you're an avid reader of non-fictions and self-improvement books. It's still a really, really good book, and probably the best book I've found yet about getting your priorities straight. I read this book alongside the 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. This book is a great contrast, and that was what I asked for. I asked the community, like, what would be a great counter book to Essentialism, and it was this one, the 10x Rule, that came up. And I read them both at the same time, and it's super interesting to see the contrast because they both make sense in a way. Well, the 10x Rule makes less sense because Grant Cardone is totally crazy, but you need some of that as well, at least I do. Like, what he says is, do 10 times as much as you possibly think you can, set your goals as 10 times higher, work 10 times as hard, do. Well, this book says, say no to everything except the absolutely best opportunities, get rid of everything, focus on what's important, focus what's fulfilling, a disciplined pursuit for less. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking right now. Pick up this book, especially if you're in a place where you feel overwhelmed and need to ground yourself and refocus. I'll be back next week with more book reviews, and until then, see ya, and like, subscribe, click the bell, And I'll see you next week with more reviews. Björn out.